far beneath the waves, sunlight begins to disappear. The blue fades slowly into black. The warmth of the surface is gone. The familiar world of reefs, waves, and silverfish is left far above. Down here, there are no forests, no birds, no ski. Only pressure, silence, cold water, and creatures shaped by a world without light. Then, somewhere in the darkness, a tiny glow appears. It flickers softly. A small light floating in the endless black. To a hungry animal, it looks like hope. A possible meal, a drifting creature, a chance to survive one more day. But this light is not safety. It is a trap. And behind it waits one of the strangest predators in the ocean. The anglerfish. A creature that has turned darkness itself into a weapon. In the deep sea, food is rare. Animals can drift for days without finding a proper meal. Every movement costs energy. Every mistake can mean death. So the anglerfish does not chase like a shark. It waits, almost motionless. Hidden in the black water, its body becomes part of the darkness. Only the glowing lure moves gently in front of its mouth. A soft light, a deadly signal, a false star in the midnight ocean. To understand the anglerfish, we must travel far below the surface. Past the coral reefs, where sunlight still paints the water gold. Past the schools of fish, flashing like silver clouds. Past the last warm currents. At 200 meters, colors begin to vanish. Red disappears first. The ocean grows colder, darker, and stranger. By 1,000 meters, sunlight is almost completely gone. This is the midnight zone. A place colder than winter and heavier than imagination. The pressure here can crush machines and bend metal, yet life does not disappear. It transforms. Bodies become soft. Jaws become huge. Eyes become strange. Light becomes language. And the anglerfish has learned to speak that language with terrifying skill. Its body is not built for beauty. It is built for survival in a starving world. The head is large. The body is often round, soft, and ghostly. The mouth looks impossibly wide. The teeth curve inward like a cage of needles. But its most iconic feature is the fishing rod rising from its head. Scientists call it the Elysium. At the end hangs a fleshy, glowing bait called the esker. To prey. It can look like a tiny animal drifting alone. A worm, a shrimp, a small glowing creature, a snack in a place where food is almost impossible to find. But the snack is attached to a mouthful of teeth. This is not just camouflage. It is deception. The anglerfish turns hunger against its victims. A small fish sees the glow. It swims closer. The anglerfish barely moves. Energy is precious here, so it saves every motion until the perfect moment. Then the mouth opens. Suddenly, wider than seems possible. Water rushes inward, creating suction. The prey is pulled into the darkness before it can turn away. Curved teeth prevent escape. In a fraction of a second, the ocean is quiet again. The light still glows. The trap resets. In shallow water, bright colors may attract mates or warn enemies, but in the deep sea, light is information, and information can kill. The anglerfish's glow does not come from electricity. It comes from a biological partnership. Inside the lure live tiny light-producing bacteria. Through chemical reactions, they create the glow. The anglerfish gives them a protected home. In return, they give the predator its deadly lantern. This relationship is called symbiosis. Two forms of life working together in the dark, one microscopic, one monstrous, and together they create one of the most effective traps in nature. Some anglerfish may pulse their lure softly. Others wave it like a worm or shrimp. Each movement imitates something edible. It is not random. It is performance. The anglerfish is both hunter and actor. Its stage is the blackest part of the sea. Its audience is hungry, and its final line is always silence. But the anglerfish is not terrifying only because of how it hunts. Its love life may be even stranger. In many deep-sea species, females are much larger than males. Some male anglerfish are tiny, fragile, and almost unrecognizable compared to the monstrous female. Their mission is not to hunt. Their mission is to find a female in endless darkness. Imagine being born into a black ocean, the size of a planet. No sunlight, no reefs, no landmarks. Somewhere out there is your only chance to continue your species. The male must follow chemical traces through the water. He searches for scent, movement, and perhaps the faint glow of a lure. If he fails, his life ends without purpose. If he succeeds, something astonishing happens. In some species, the male bites into the female's body. Then he never lets go. Over time, their tissues begin to fuse. His bloodstream connects to hers. His organs may shrink. He becomes dependent on the female, living as a permanent reproductive partner to humans. It sounds like horror. To the anglerfish, it is a solution. In a world where finding a mate is almost impossible, fusion guarantees that reproduction can happen when eggs are ready. The male gives up independence. The female gains a partner that is always available. This is not romance in the human sense. It is survival taken to its extreme. The abyss does not care what seems normal. It only preserves what works. Not all anglerfish reproduce this way. The group is diverse, with many forms and many strategies. Some live closer to the seafloor. Some resemble rocks, sponges, or pieces of coral, shallow water relatives. Like frogfish, are masters of disguise. They hide among corals, wave, allure, and wait for hunger to bring prey close. From colorful reefs to the deepest black water, the method remains the same. Hide the danger, display the bait, wait for hunger to do the rest. This makes anglerfish some of the purest ambush predators on Earth. Their bodies are almost like traps given flesh. But even predators have enemies. Larger fish, a squid, and other deep-sea hunters may still threaten them. In the ocean, no creature is completely safe. Every hunter can become hunted. That is why invisibility matters. The anglerfish does not advertise its full body. Only the lure is allowed to be seen. In deep water, vision works differently than at the surface. Many animals detect faint light with extreme sensitivity. A glow that seems tiny to us can stand out like a beacon. The anglerfish's lure does not need to be bright. It only needs to be brighter than the darkness around it. Without the lure, the anglerfish would be another shadow. With it, it becomes the owner of a private sun. Scientists still have much to learn about these animals. The deep sea remains one of Earth's least explored habitats. We have mapped distant planets better than much of our own seafloor. Every expedition can reveal something unexpected. A new species, a new behavior, a new survival strategy. The anglerfish reminds us how strange life can become, not because it is broken, but because it is perfectly adapted. Its ugliness is not failure. It is design by necessity. In the shallow sea, beauty can be useful. Bright colors attract mates, warn enemies, or blend with coral. But in the abyss, beauty has little value. There is no audience except hunger. So the anglerfish became practical, brutal, and efficient. A soft body to save energy. A giant mouth to seize rare chances. Curved teeth to prevent escape. A glowing lure to turn darkness into opportunity. Every part tells the same story. Life here is not gentle. It is a negotiation with pressure, hunger, and cold. And the anglerfish has signed that contract completely. Imagine being a small fish in this black world. You have not eaten in days. Every movement costs energy you cannot easily replace. Then you see it. A small, gentle glow floating ahead. It moves like something alive. It may be food. It may be the difference between life and starvation. You swim closer. The darkness around the light seems empty. But the emptiness has teeth. The mouth opens. Water rushes inward. The glow disappears behind jaws. And the ocean is dark again. This is why the anglerfish feels almost mythical. It is not a giant like the whale. It is not famous like the shark. It is not graceful like the manta ray. But it represents the deep sea better than almost anything. A place where ordinary rules collapse. A place where light can lie. A place where love can become fusion. A place where monsters are simply survivors. The anglerfish is not evil. It is not cruel in the human sense. It is a product of hunger, darkness, pressure, and time. Given enough darkness, life creates light. Given enough scarcity, life becomes a trap. That is the true horror of the anglerfish. Not that it is strange, but that it makes perfect sense. Far above, waves roll beneath the moon. Ships pass across the surface, unaware of the silent world below. Humans look down and see only darkness, but the darkness is not empty. It is alive, with strategies older than memory. And somewhere beneath the waves, one small lantern is still burning. Not to guide, not to comfort, but to deceive. Motionless, patient, almost invisible, the anglerfish waits. The lure sways gently in the black water. Somewhere nearby, a hungry animal notices. The ancient performance begins again. The light trembles. The prey approaches. The hunter remains still. 1 second more. Then the abyss takes another life. In the deepest dark, the deadly lantern is still waiting.